once again to discuss things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alright, cool. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Geeky Gentlemen. I'm Sid Part 2. Joining me today is Deadpoolzilla. Hello, Deadpoolzilla.
Hello, Sid Part 2. I am here, and I am totally not a filler.
Yeah, you're not the fake Namek saga. Anyway, we're here tonight to do a character discussion that Deadpoolzilla came up with. He suggested it the last time we were talking about the Penguin. Deadpoolzilla, I'm sorry that episode took so long to get posted. I just had a weird backlog situation. Anyway, so tonight we're talking about Zim!
Yes, the great and powerful Zim is finally getting a spotlight!
Yes. Okay, so Invader Zim is one of those shows that, like, I was, by all standards, probably too old for. Because that started coming out when I was in, like, I think 6th grade, maybe 5th grade, maybe. But it's like, I was just getting a little too old for like, Nicktoons kind of thing. But I remember just loving Zim because the audience that it was, like, being marketed toward was not at all the audience it was truly written for. I've kind of long maintained that if you just had one or two more, like, really crude jokes per episode, Zim would have been the kind of thing you'd seen on Adult Swim.
Oh, absolutely. I still question Cartoon Network's, it's not Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon's logic to hire the guy who wrote a comic called Johnny the Homicidal Maniac to make a cartoon.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Johan Vasquez, is that
Yeah. Jonan Vasquez, not Johan.
Okay.
Jonan.
It's that J when it's in, like, clearly the Spanish language. J can be like that softer Y kind of sound, so I wasn't sure. But anyway, yeah. So, like, he's got a catalog of, like, some really demented stuff. I really like what's it called? Sickness. Sickness is a great comic that he did too. But yeah, Invader Zim's definitely the thing that he is known the most for. And I kind of love it. And it has a very, very weird, pessimistic, and often disgusting sense of humor. And that makes it a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. And a lot of that comes from Zim himself.
There are, like, episodes that, like, you know, it's not like Zim played at night. That shit was on in the middle of the day. And there are episodes that, like, I know for a fact gave children nightmares.
Like, organs?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. God, he's just... The point in that episode where Zim's stealing all the children's organs, and then you just look over and he's, like, just fat because he's shoved all these stolen organs inside of himself. It's so disturbing.
He's vomiting up someone's intestines.
And then slurps it back up like a fucking spaghetti noodle. It is horrendously disgusting in the best possible way. And so, yeah, Zim's show was a very tonally distinct show for Cartoon Network. They had, or not Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. They had Real Monsters, and then there was another one that was kind of up that same alley, but nothing did it the same way that Zim did.
Yeah.
Nothing was as just putrid as Zim.
You know how every animation network has their golden boy? I feel like Zim was that golden boy. I mean, yeah, they have SpongeBob now, but let's face it, their real, like, major fan base is, like, Zim and Danny Phantom. And Hey Arnold. Those three.
See, I wouldn't say Zim's the golden boy. I'd say Zim is the black sheep of Nickelodeon.
he's a redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, he really is. He's like SpongeBob's the golden boy for Nickelodeon. Before that, it's fucking I don't know. Yeah, probably like Hey Arnold or one of the others. I mean, SpongeBob and Zim were running concurrently, so I think it counts well enough.
Yeah.
Nah, man, Zim's very, very out of place on Nickelodeon. One thing I do like about the show in particular was how weird all of it was. Like, it wasn't just the stuff related to Zim that was weird, it was everything else in the world that was weird and disgusting. And it kind of created this perfect dynamic where it was like, it was seeing the world through the eyes of an outsider kind of thing, and just how gross everything would be. That was kind of special.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But the thing is with, like, since we're talking about the character of Zim, the thing about him is that while he's treated as an invader and and Dib thinks he's a threat, in most cases, Zim's more of a threat to himself.
Yes. He often causes his own problems. Thinking in particular about the episode where he's trying to destroy Dib's life via time travel with the piggies.
And making it worse.
Yeah, it's like it all of that was just Dew's fault, right? It's pretty ridiculous.
And then what was it, like the explosion he was going to speed up with time, thinking that was going to work?
Yeah.
But there are other times where it's like he could, and in some cases did get away with his, schemes.
But his schemes were dumb.
Yeah.
His schemes are always really dumb, and kind of in just absurdly funny ways. And I always really enjoyed that. I'm trying to think of like a particular example, and it's just been a little too long since I've seen any Zim episodes. But I just remember there was like entire sections where like Dib would just break down and explain why his idea was really dumb, or Gaz would do it too.
Like the Mega Doomer, where it's like, but you can see me, yeah. Oh, that's stupid.
I don't remember that.
He got a machine by accident from the Tallest called the Mega Doomer, which was this mech suit that could cloak, but it could cloak everything but him while he was inside it. So it looked like he was floating in midair with a cord hanging out of his ass because it needed to run on a power, and Gurr kept like running behind him, running through an extension cord.
That's really funny. Yeah, there's that. I remember like the episode where he goes to Mars and the entire planet's a giant weaponized spaceship, and he's like, wait, why did you guys killed your entire race just to turn your planet into a weapon? Yes. Why? Because
it's cool.
Yep. That was really good. And then he's like there's a stupid plan. He's like trying to challenge Dib to navigate through an asteroid field. And he's like, dude, you're on a planet-sized ship. That's a terrible idea. Oh, that was good shit. And then there's just really, really weird plans that Zim would hatch. Like when he's going to send all the school children away. And he like finds
into a room with a moose.
Exactly. God, dude, you do such a good Zim. You should do a Zim audio drama. Anyway, he's got like all these alternate dimensions of like a dimension of pure duty, a dimension of really itchy stuff. You can't tell on the screen, but that stuff is like really itchy. And then he's got a dimension of a room with a moose, and it doesn't sound all that bad. Then for some reason, they just shoot it and make it look so disturbing with the animation.
My walnut! Release the walnuts! My walnuts!
Yep. Oh, you do not too bad at Gurr either. Just the one-man Zim show. There you go, Dipplezilla. You'll have millions of subscribers overnight. No, like, yeah, Zim's just so weird, and it fits so well in his universe, and he's like the worst at anything, and it just makes it so funny to watch this, like, completely incompetent alien invader.
Yeah, it's astonishing because, like, this is a guy who comes from a race that has clearly taken over a good chunk of the galaxy, and yet he's single-handedly nearly caused their extinction twice.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's really... It's such a just damn clever show, I think, and Zim's a cool character to see in it. I don't know, why don't you take us somewhere, then?
How do you think it would have been if they wrote Zim competently? Not as fun?
Nowhere near as fun. Like, I've seen stuff like that's... I think the comics at one point showed, like, a world where Zim succeeded, and that was...
Oh, yeah, I have that comic.
Yeah, that was kind of funny or interesting, but I couldn't see that as the premise for a whole show of just, like, the idiotic alien ruler is just nowhere near as funny as the idiotic alien attempted conqueror, you know? So I just couldn't see it. How about you?
No, I couldn't see it, but I would say that some of the comics have some great schemes of his, like when he tries to kill Dib with, by shooting animals he's allergic to at him.
I have not read that one, I gotta admit, but that sounds pretty funny.
There was another one where he thought he could get stronger by drinking people's sweat.
Gross. Very gross.
Also, and then he dressed up as Donald Trump to get a loan from a bank to finance a super weapon he was building.
Why would he need Earth money?
Because he thinks that's going to work. And it's Zim.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, just the hapless alien conqueror and everything, and like, I love the fact that the tallest just in the first episode send him off on this mission to conquer a planet on the far reaches of the galaxy. And then, like, he actually finds a planet on the far reaches of the galaxy to go conquer, and they're, like, so surprised by it. That's just really, really funny shit. There's so many great reveals in the show. Like, when Dib finds out from Zim why the tallest are the leaders of the Urkins, it's because they're the tallest. It's just...
He's like, that's stupid!
Yeah, it is, and that's what makes it great, is the fact that it is so dumb.
And the other thing is that the tallest themselves aren't interested in world conquering. It's more like, how much junk food can we get out of this planet?
Yep. What do you think of Zim's rivalry with Dib? Is it fitting that, like, Dib is, like, really bad at getting people to believe there are aliens, even though there's, like, so much evidence, and Zim's just really bad at conquering the world, so they kind of, like, are a match made in heaven where their incompetences keep each other in check?
Yeah, I think it's very much like Dib's the perfect foil for Zim in that he is so freaking terrible. And plus, people are really stupid. So, I remember when, again, going back to the comics, where he posts images of Zim in his full alien suit. I mean, not full, well, his true alien form. And he posts it on YouTube, and everyone calls it fake and gay.
And that's exactly what would happen, though, right?
Yes!
Oh. No, it's so perfect, just the way they interact. And then I love Gaz, who's like, if Gaz wanted to reveal Zim, she could do it in like 2 minutes, right? Gaz can always just best Zim left and right. He never got a win on her in the show. And that's just such a perfect dynamic. Gaz is just so competent, but she would rather play her video game.
Yeah. If anything, it would be kind of fun to see her have a rivalry with Tak. Because the other Urkin that came to ruin Zim's life.
I don't remember that one.
Really? She was in that one?
Comics?
No, that wasn't the comic. That was an episode called Tak the Hideous New Girl.
Oh, I don't remember that episode. That's crazy. I must not have gotten to that point.
Yeah. But going back to Zim, this is, the fun thing about Zim is that the best part of him and the comedy that comes from him is his egotism. Like, It's the best part of him and why his plans fail and why I think the humor works on his half is that he has this too big to fail kind of mentality that goes through his mind every second, and it's hysterical to watch him scream and shout whenever he fails or Gurr destroys everything.
Yeah, that's the other character we're talking about when we're talking about Zim is his relationship with Gurr. Because I don't know. Do you think Zim knows that Gurr's like malfunctioning, or does Zim still buy that Gurr is somehow some super advanced version of the robot?
I think he realized that he's stuck with the defective the defective Sur unit, but he's like, well, you're all I've got.
Yeah. Gurr is really interesting to watch Zim interact with because he never seems to learn. It's kind of like the whole Charlie Brown thing in a way. Where,
if Charlie Brown was a supervillain, he'd be Zim.
Yeah, it's the Charlie Brown and Lucy thing where no matter how many times Gurr makes the mission a failure, Zim always assigns him like the one crucial part of the next mission, and Gurr always fucks it up. And that's really funny. So Zim's just as incompetent. The two are like kind of a perfect pair of just like the worst to come out of the Urkin Empire. And it's just hilarious to see them together like that.
Exactly. Oh, were you going to say something?
Nope, go for it.
No. I guess like the other thing is with kind of the Zim dynamic with Dib is that there was actually supposed to be an episode where Dib actually quits to go work for his dad, and Zim just gave up everything because he's like, well, what's the friggin' point? Because like there are like in this episode, and there's actually like it's actually read out like an audio drama by the voice actors.
Uh-huh.
You can find it on YouTube, and he's like multiple times like about to win, and, like there's no one here to stop me. Ugh. He stops everything because without Dib, there's like no point.
That's funny. Yeah, they got a little bit of a bromance going on, don't they?
Yeah.
You complete me.
Oh, great! Now I want to see the Dark Knight scene between Batman and Joker done by Dib and Zib.
Well, how's your Dib?
I don't know. Not good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. What else will we talk about? Let's talk design stuff. I don't know what it is. I never really cared for Zim's human design. Or his human disguise.
Well, I think the point is that he's an idiot and doesn't know how to like properly go incognito.
No, I get that. Like, it's not a matter of it is too obviously alien. Like, they always make like right away in episode 1 you have the joke about his skin's green and he's like, I have a condition. That's not the problem for me. I don't know. There's just something about it. I think it's the square pupils. Iris, whatever. Because he's got like square eyes or squarer eyes compared to the other characters, and something about that just, I don't know, it offsets it, but not in a way that fits for me. I guess what they're trying to go for is that it looks very even less human, and I don't know, just something about it never worked for me.
I would say that's probably the point, is that he fails even when he's in disguise on the most basic of levels.
Yeah, I kind of get it. I just don't care. I just don't like it. So the human design never worked for me as much, but God, do I love the full alien form so much. It's so...
And then...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that at some points, because it's so just... In some cases, in some of the animations, he looks kind of menacing.
Uh-huh. Definitely. He looks really freaking evil sometimes, and it's just really cool to see that. I like how simplistic the design is. I remember, this goes back a while now, but I did a episode of comic reviews where I just drew Zim out real quick, and Zim's very easy to draw, even for someone like me with no skill. So that's really cool that you've got such a streamlined, perfect design. It's got that kind of iconic level to it, which is great.
Yeah. But I think what also works for the alien design of Zim is that he can despite how simplistic it is, he can be the animation makes him so expressive, even more so when he does human disguise on.
I would disagree. I think he is more expressive in the alien form than in the human form.
That's what I said, the alien form.
Oh, I thought you said even when. Okay. No, I agree with that. He is incredibly expressive, which is really, really cool to see. And just the kind of morphing they do with his eyes, with his antenna, like they just... proportion goes right the fuck out the window, and that's really satisfying to see.
Yeah. Even with his little, like, worm tongue.
Like, it'll get bigger, and it's weird and creepy and disjointed, and it's so cool. What else can we say about Zim design-wise? I like the consistent style of the Irkin technology quite a bit. And it's just cool to see Zim interact with it. Like, I love the little backpack thing, or whatever you'd call that.
Yeah, it's called the pack.
Okay,
it's,
the way the fucking spider legs come out of it just looks really cool.
And how he I love the animation when he's like crawling around with them.
Like, especially because they'll do this a lot where he'll be like crawling through vents or something with the things. And it looks really cool. The way he worms his way through everything. I really, really like it.
The reason for that is because Vasquez is such a huge fan of Alien, and hence he kind of likes it whenever he wanted to have Zim like crawl around the vents like the Xenomorph.
I didn't know that. That's really cool. And I'm just going through Google Image right now, searching images of Invader Zim for, random, plot points. Go, okay, this is, like, a cool thing they're doing with the design, and I just sent you a cool image. It's Gur as Pikachu. That's adorable. Anyway, no, I like a lot of what they do with Zim. So it's cool to find out that they got the that so much of it's been inspired by Alien, and I never knew that. But as soon as you say that, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, especially with the Irkin technology, a lot of that was inspired by like how grungy and dirty it is like a lot of how like the Nostromo looks, and a lot of the ship designs were inspired by like the ships you see in the Alien franchise. The pack also, fun fact, is also Zim's life support system.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that there was supposed to be an episode where Zim loses the pack, and it was supposed to be shot like 30 minutes, and Zim has 30 minutes to get his pack back, and he has to run through the city getting it back before he dies.
Oh, I can't imagine why Cartoon Network wouldn't let them do that.
It should be Nickelodeon.
Yeah, god damn it, I keep doing that. It so doesn't feel like a Nickelodeon show. That's just all it comes down to. It does absolutely in no way, shape, or form feels like a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
By all rights, It's just... everything about it is so anti what Nickelodeon would do. So I keep in my head placing it the wrong way, even though I know it's clearly Nickelodeon. Let me ask you this. Would you be down for... like, are they still doing a Zim movie? Is that still a thing that's happening?
That is still a thing.
Okay. Because I was about to say, would you be down for a reboot of Zim, even if Vasquez isn't involved? But I guess we're doing that, right? Because from what I heard, he's kind of done with the property.
Yeah, well, Vasquez is still, like, helping out with this project, but Eric Trueheart's really, like, apparent... word on the street is Eric Trueheart, the, like, head writer of the show, and one of the head writers of the comics, is still, like, he's the main helm of the movie, apparently. But I don't know how true that is.
Okay. I don't know. I'm definitely curious to see what they do, but I just don't. I don't know if like it's gonna work. It's been so long, you know.
Well, that's what you could say about like the Hey Arnold and Rocko's Modern Life movies that have been like Rocko's Modern Life that's coming out this year. Hey Arnold was last year, and they got amazing ratings, and it shows that there's still a fan base for these shows. And honestly, Nickelodeon kind of needs all the help they can get.
Fair.
So digging up Zim was a really good call. I don't know if this is like going to be the end of the show of the. This is going to be like the series finale that we've been waiting for, like with Hey Arnold. But it would be interesting to see, like maybe we could get a new show out of this. I don't know if we could get Vasquez to agree to be okay on that. But in the end, it is still Nickelodeon show. So, but
Yeah.
on the same time, I don't know if I want an Invader Zim show without him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of where my thinking is. Like, it's probably just too much to ask for him to come back to it, because he kind of has his own thing that he wants to be off doing, and I just don't see him coming back. And at the same time, it's kind of his creation, and so much of it doesn't work without him that I have a real hard time justifying the point of doing it without him, you know?
Yeah. It's like I know you're not a big fan of this band, but it's like as a Tool fan, would you want, waiting this long for a new album, which the last one was in 2002, do you want Maynard James Keenan, the lead singer, to leave, or since he's so inclusive and so like the heart of that band, you want could you stand without having him in the new album?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that. I know that all went over your head, but someone in the comments is going to go, "Oh, I get it."
Sure, if you say so. All right.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me? Okay, it seems we're having a bit of a connection issue. Give it a sec. I can hear you. Or I could. Now I can't hear anything from you. Huh. Well, that's a problem. Well, that's a problem. Hey, you're back.
Hey, everything.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Heard you for like 2 seconds, and okay, you keep cutting in and out.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay,
Alright.
that's good. God, do you remember where we were? I already forgot.
We were talking about having Jonan Vasquez on the new Zim project.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying though about like not wanting him back, not wanting to do it if there's going to be no involvement as far as future projects beyond the movie, and I kind of agree with that. I'm like, how good could it possibly be without?
Yeah,
because so much of it is so connected to his vision, you know.
His dark and twisted vision, and
Yeah.
I can tell you that it's really hard to do a follow up when the creator's gone. I mean, look at the Powerpuff Girls reboot. Ugh.
Yeah, is that not very good?
I know it's horrendous.
Yeah, okay.
It's but yeah, like I don't like. I'm curious because they keep saying like it's either going to be this year or next year that this is going to premiere, but I don't know. Like I'm hoping it's good. That's all I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I to be honest, I like heard it got announced, and then I hadn't heard a word on it since. And
Well, they
I
did
heard
like-
it got announced with a bunch of others. Like you said, the Hey Arnold movie came out. I hadn't heard word one about that.
No, it's been out. Like, where have you been? Like, they did like hype up. They did a lot of promo for it.
Was it theatrical release or?
It wasn't. I think if I remember, I got a limited screen release, but it was on TV Thanksgiving
Okay,
Day.
that's why I didn't see it then. I don't have cable. Yeah, I don't know. I have little to no interest in Zim if Vasquez isn't involved. Like, I read the comic for a while, and it was just okay. Like, it had some good issues, some good laughs, but ultimately it was just okay. And I didn't really need more of it. And it lacked a certain oomph to it. And I think that was Vasquez not being heavily involved with it. And so that doesn't give me a lot of confidence in the show then. Or
Well,
a new show.
Well, I know he's going to be involved in this movie, but aside from if they want to reboot it, depending on ratings, then we'll see if he wants to be involved or not. It's a big we'll see after this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. If they do a reboot, do you want it in the same animation style, or would you want to see a 3D Zim show or something like that?
Hell no to a 3D show. Keep it 2D and the same style that Vasquez had.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I could see them playing around with it. Wouldn't mind that because they had 3D elements in the original show, like all the ships and stuff. When you'd see like space battles was 3D.
Yeah, but still, like I feel like it's so unique. It would just not transition fully well, not that great into full on 3D.
Maybe you might be on something. All right, let's go ahead and go on to recommendations. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna say the show and a handful of issues of the comic book are worth reading. How about you?
Episodes in specific?
No, you can just anything else Zim related.
That's kind of really it. The show and the comics. So
Yeah,
I guess
I
for specific episodes, I would say the Halloween Spectacular of Spooky Doom, the Christmas episode, Gur Goes Crazy and Stuff, Tack the Hideous New Girl, Organs. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What would be another? What's a Room with a Moose?
Yeah, I was gonna say Room with a Moose. That's a good one. Water, the Wetning. It's called the Wetning. That's it.
Yeah, the Wetning.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's one of the few episodes where Zim gets to win, and that's kind of cool. And in the most petty, stupid way possible, but it's a win nonetheless.
He literally nuked the city with water.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to. There's one more I think would be really good for. I guess the Gaz centric episodes are really fun. Like when she wants to go to Bloaty's Pizza Hog, and the game when she wants to get Game Slave 2.
Okay. All right, that'll do it. Deadpoolzilla, who are we talking about next week?
He can be described in 3 words. It's clobbering time.
Waiting for you to just say it, but okay. The Thing, Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
All right.
I said it's clobbering time. I feel like, I said that should be enough. It's clobbering time. People would know that character from the catchphrase alone.
Okay, fine. All right, everyone. See you then. Until next time, I'm the Philosopher,
I am the Don Juan of Comic-Con.
and we're your geeky gentlemen, and we will be discussing things.